What is going on? This is SAMOKFIT, checking in if you guys got to know well, doing terrific. So we are back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through my upper body mobility routine, specifically when it comes to like a lot of push movement, because that's what I have on deck today. But before I jump into that, I want to prefix this by saying, I'm not saying you should follow this to detail, because what mobility routine typically should do is to make sure it limits any sort of restriction that's going to prevent you from being able to perform your training session the way you should. So of course, some of these movements are going to be specifically to address some of the issues that I'm having, again, with like some elbow issues and things like that. So if that's something that you can relate to, it might be able to help you. And if you want to, adapt some of this routine into your sort of training, by all means, go for it. So the goal is, one, to educate you, to show you what I do, and hopefully maybe you can add some of this implementation into your routine, and hopefully it'll help you to perform your best. So the first movement that you are going to be seeing, if you follow Squat University, you probably seen something like this before. So I have a little bit of elbow issues. So what I do, prescribed by Squat University, get a band, a thick band, pull my arm to the side, and all I do from here, make a fist, rotate, and I do about 20 of these, stretch, just to make sure the limiting factor for today's workout is not going to be my elbows, because we do have pressing movements today. Doing that, we are going to be jumping into working on the shoulders a little bit. So what I do, bands, hold for a second or two, and from here I'm going to go up, hold for a second or two, down, relax. Going to be working on the shoulder capsule. I got a 50 band here, anchor down, stretch down a little bit. Should feel a nice little stretch. I'll move around a little bit. Thighs nice and loose, and the shoulder also. I'll move around. For 10 to 20 seconds. And I'll carry this over. Again, I feel a good stretch right here. All right, so the next one, let's get a nice little resistant bit. Doesn't really matter really how hard it is. So stretch, back and forward, keep it nice and open. About 15 to 20 reps. Again, the shoulder is one of the biggest muscle groups that most people tend to have most injuries from. Comment below if you have any sort of a shoulder injury or impingement. Everybody that's watching this video should be commenting. I've had shoulder issues, and one of the reasons why you get a lot of shoulder issues, or they are the most common body part, is because it's the only joint that's got the most dexterity, meaning it can move in so many different angles. This only joint that can do that in part of the body, which makes them very vulnerable. So that's why a lot of times you want to make sure mobility is on point. Like I said, with this movement here, I try to get 15 to 20, I'll keep it up, down, single arm, time. Next one is going to be pull aparts, again with the band. Let's get here. Some rear delt action over there. This one is going to be rotator cuffs, right? So a lot of people see we do rotator cuff differently, and the way I like to do it, or I learn a lot of times, is not just open apart, but when I open apart, I'm going to press up, come back down, pull apart, press up, come back down. So after about 15 to 20. Another pro tip, I see a lot of people do this with dumbbells, and the reason why you don't want to do it with dumbbell is because when you hold the dumbbell, gravity is pulling it down. But what you need that resistance to come from a horizontal standpoint, not gravity bringing it down. So that's why bands is something that we could recommend for most people. For the Cuban press, again, you don't need a lot of dumbbells. I got 7.5 pounds here. So what I'm doing is from here, I'm just doing essentially a dumbbell upright row. External rotate, right up, back down, down. So the incline variation will look something like this. Obviously, a bench is right here. Shoulder, squeeze, roll, down. And again, this is super light. It's something that you can definitely do about 12 to 15 as a baseline. You can work your way up until you feel a significant amount of pump. Of course, you want to burn your shoulder out because you still want to make sure you have enough energy and you don't want to take away from your performance. But that is my full upper body mobility routine. Of course, foam rolling if you have to. If you have to feel some tightness and things like that, you can also do that. But this is my mobility routine to make sure I am ready to perform and get after my training session. It will take about 15 to 20 minutes. Yes, I take that long to move. I'm not young, not as young as I used to be. I want to make sure I have a good workout, or I'm not in the middle of my workout. I'm like, man, fuck, everything hurts. I want to make sure I am ready to perform. That's why I invest a lot of time into making sure mobility is on point. Hopefully this is very helpful. If it is, if there's any other mobility routine that you guys want me to put out there, comment below, let me know. SAMOKFIT, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.